What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, we're coming back to a band that caused quite a bit of controversy on this channel. I'm gonna be honest with you, there's a part of me that really doesn't want to do this. I'm gonna be honest with you, okay? I'm just putting it out there. There's a part of me that really doesn't want to do this particular band because of what happened the last time I did. But at the same time, two things. One, a lot of their fan base, a lot of this band's fan base reached out to me on a personal level and they said, listen, we apologize for what happened. That is not representative of us. You know, we are not like that. The true fan base is not like that. And we really apologize you had to go through that. And they really highly requested that I give them another chance. Because I'm going to be honest with you folks, I wasn't going to. I was going to put them on the shelf and say never again. The other thing is, I'm not really big into bullies. I'm really not big into people being bullies or, you know, thinking that they can get away with it. I don't care if it's in real life or behind a keyboard. I'm not about that life. I'm not in any way, shape, or form about supporting that type of mentality. And I sure as hell am not going to allow myself to be bullied. So, I'm going to do this. Whether I want to or not is completely irrelevant. I'm going to do this, okay? I am talking about the band called The Warning. Now, it was suggested also that I get, instead of doing another cover, which, you know, they've got some really good covers, particularly Metallica covers. But everyone suggested I really need to give some of their original material a chance. So, listen. I am here for you guys. I am of the people, by the people, and for the people. I am a servant of the people, okay? So, there was so much demand, so many requests. I have to do it. I gotta do it. I gotta do it for you guys. So, I am gonna give them another shot. I am gonna listen to some of their original material. Now, I would like to once again state for the record, I liked these girls. I liked everything about them. I liked their showmanship. I liked their sound. I liked their tone. I loved their technicality. So, my issue was never with the girls. My complaint was with the song, and that has nothing to do with them. It was a crappy Metallica song. And yes, I'm calling the song crappy. I went and I listened to the original recording. It was not a good song. Definitely not one of Lars and James' finest works. It was a pretty bad song, actually. Like, if I were to review that song, and I'll be honest with you, okay? If I were to review that song, I would have given it about a 5.3. It was okay. It was okay. It had its moments. But the song itself was seriously a 5.3. That is not the girls' fault. That is the song. The girls did the best job they possibly could trying to polish a turd, okay? And they did a really good job of polishing it. At the end of the day, it's still a turd, though. And that, again, not the girl's fault. So, one other thing I'd like to address. As far as the light-up neck on, I think her name is Ale. The bass player is Ale. A lot of people were trying to help me with pronouncing her name correctly, and it's Ale from what I understand. I'm not making fun of it. I'm laughing because it threw me back to the 90s. It was a sense of nostalgia. I haven't seen one of those things ever used. I saw them advertised in Bass Player magazine in a product review. And if my memory serves correctly, the product review slammed the hell out of it because they all say it took away from the tone of the bass neck. It took away from some of the resonance. And I was just remember reading the magazine going, there's no way no one's ever going to use these things. No, unless it's for a gimmick. And it's a great gimmick, but no one's ever going to use those things. Well, here she is using it. And it looks pretty darn cool, actually. So, I was not making fun of her in any way, shape, or form. I was only commenting on the fact that seeing that light-up neck brought me back to the 90s. It gave me a sense of nostalgia, and it was kind of cool, okay? So, that's all I'm going to leave it at. Does she need the light? To be perfectly, a lot of people are saying, well, she needs the lights to see in the dark. I'm going to be honest with you, folks. I play in the dark a lot, especially when our show opens and the lights are all off. I play in the dark all the time. And I have a feeling she is just as competent a bass player as I am, if not better, okay? I'm going to be honest with you. I was really impressed with her playing ability. If I can play in the dark, I am sure she can play in the dark. I'm sure she doesn't need those lights, okay? So, it's for effect. Let's be honest here, all right? She is very good. I am fully confident in her abilities. I am positive she doesn't need those lights to play in the dark. So, I know I don't. I'm positive she doesn't either. So, that all being said, let's get to the song here. The song that I picked, it wasn't the most requested. I'm going to be honest with you. I dug the name of the song. So, I picked this one. And I think this was also earlier up in the list, too. Anyway, this is a song called Dust to Dust. Now, have I heard the song? Clearly, I haven't. I told you all, I've never even heard of this band up until a couple days ago. Let's see. This was requested by Timberwolf762, LM Drake, Marmelo01, and Kansas Caymans. Okay, and I'm sure other people requested it too. I didn't catch all the names. I'm sorry. I couldn't go down all the way through all those comments and find every single person. So if I missed you, I apologize, okay? Just letting you know, my apologies. Other than that, there's really nothing more to say. This was posted by The Warning, obviously. The video has 63,436 views. Now, obviously that'll get you there, but I'm sure this is just one posting of the same song. I'm sure there's other postings of this exact same song that have much higher views. So, not blaming this at all. Not blaming any video I ever mentioned on views. I like saying the views because it gives people perspective on, you know, sometimes there's some really great gems out there that don't have a whole lot of views, and it's a shame. And then again, there's other, you know, videos out there that have hundreds of millions of views and they're pieces of crap. So, you know, I like keeping things in perspective, you know, just, it doesn't matter about the views. I know the views don't really matter, but I like putting it out there just to give people an idea that, hey, just because it has a ton of views doesn't mean it's great. And just because it doesn't have a lot of views doesn't mean it's not great. So, I'm confident going in that this is going to be good, okay? But I am going to keep an open mind, and I am going to be objective. So, just keep that in mind, folks. Other than that, there's really nothing else to say. I'm going to put the link to the original video down in the description below for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Other than that, let's jump into this, yeah? What do you say? Let's do this. Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. The Warning with Dust to Dust. Oh, we're back at the whiskey. All right. The old whiskey. The old standard. Yes. Yes, indeed. All right. Let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Hopefully, we'll keep the hateful comments down to a minimal this time, and hopefully not existent at all. That'd be even better. Let's go. Nice. Already off the gun, you got that Iron Maiden feel, that Steve Harris, you know, fifths. So you got the E5, down to the D, down up to the F, back down to the E5, and they're all 5 chords. And the really cool thing is being done on the bass. So very Steve Harris like. So here we go, that Iron Maiden feel already, which is very cool. Very, very cool.
Roberto, this show's for you.
Stop! Okay, back that up. Tell me, I dare anybody out there to tell me that that was not Little Miss Miniature Gene Simmons right there. I dare anybody to tell me that wasn't. Watch how she stooped down like that. That is a classic Gene Simmons move. Watch this.
Roberto, this show's for you!
Right here. Boom. That is so Gene Simmons.
Hey, come on and walk this way. Look what I have prepared to show you. Let me show you.
See what I mean about that Metallica song being a piece of crap? We're a minute into this, and I'm seeing I am seeing a complete 180 here from these girls. First of all, the bassist, Ale, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. If I'm not, let me know. Respectfully, please. First of all, her coming out with that Steve Harris bass line, very cool as an intro to the song. Then the song kicks off, and she immediately takes on this little mini Gene Simmons persona. You know, she stoops down low, hulking around, the high knees walking around. That is classic Gene Simmons. So clearly, she has great taste in showmanship, because I do a lot of the same stuff. I emulate a lot of what I do on stage after Gene Simmons' motions and moves and walking around stuff. And apparently, from the one I'm seeing, she does too. So great taste. Now, the song kicks in. Bass player's doing a great job keeping the line going. Guitar's filling it out. And then out of nowhere, here comes the drummer with this phenomenal voice. Clear, super clear, projected, powerful, in key, on pitch. It makes me wonder why she's the drummer. I think they need to find someone else to play the drums and put her front and center with a microphone in her hand. I'm going to be honest with you, I like her voice. I really do. And the fact that she's playing drums back there while singing, it's pretty amazing. Singing that well, too. Anyway, let's keep going. Let me back it up a bit. I was told that if I'm going to pause, I should back it up, so I'm backing it up.
Come on and walk this way.
Great inflection.
Look what I have prepared to show you. Let me show you how things can quickly unfold. In the end, everything just turns back into
Ooh, I like that unison line. That's a great unison line. Very powerful, very effective. I heard some harmonies, which was really nice. I liked hearing harmonies. When the guitar player took over the vocal line right there, I'm not sure this is her fault. I'm not sure about that mic that she's using. I had, maybe it's me. I had kind of a hard time hearing her. I mean, I could hear her, but it wasn't like, it wasn't coming through the mix very well. I mean, I could hear it. It was there. It was present, but it wasn't cutting through the mix the way a vocal line should be done. Now, again, is that her doing? I don't know. I'm willing to bet more than likely, and knowing the staff at the Whiskey, They may not have been paying attention. It's happened to me a lot. I mean, I can't tell you how many times the sound people at the whiskey have screwed up. But I'm willing to bet, like, I'm like 80% sure that was the mixing board issue. I'm almost positive it was. So, anyway, let's keep going. Oh, back it up. I know. Whoa! Was that 3-part harmony I heard right there? Nice! 3-part harmony. And done well. 3-part harmony. Here's the thing about 3-part harmonies. The longer your harmony goes, believe it or not, at least in my experience, the easier it is to do. Because you have time to fix those little itty-bitty imperfections. You have time. When you have just one note to do the 3-part harmony on, your vocals had better be on point. Because if they're not, it's going to glare. Because you're not going to have a chance to fix anything. That one note, that 3-part harmony note they just did right there, that one note, from what I could hear, it was spot on. Spot on. I want to hear that one more time. No, I don't care. Listen, you can play that pig noise all you want. I don't care. I want to hear it again. Why? Because I know how hard it is to get a one note 3-part harmony. It is tough, and they did a great job of it. I want to hear it again. Little Minnie G, look at her. Okay, it's 2 notes. All right, so it was 2 notes. Still hard to do. Not easy. Who's this guy? Okay, we're going to get to him in a second. I have no idea who that is. I really wish I could go back in time, take that Metallica request, and just chuck it in the trash. And started with this. I am enjoying this way more than that Metallica cover. That Metallica cover... And again, I have to reiterate this to all the Warning fans out there. I am not criticizing the girls for that Metallica cover. They're just doing... Look, it was a Patreon request. They fulfilled the request. I understand. I do the same thing. I love fulfilling requests of the fan base, and that's what I live for. That request was just a horrible request. It was not a good song to start with. I'll bet you anything if they had asked the girls to do, oh, I don't know, how about Master of Puppets? Or, I don't know, how about Creeping Death? Or, I don't know, how about, let's go way back. Let's go all the way back. How about Motor Breath? That would have been great. I could totally see these girls doing Motor Breath. Or how about the Four Horsemen? That would have been awesome to see the girls do that. Do a good Metallica tune. Not some turd off their album that was just blah, terrible song. I really wish I could go back in time, find that Mitaka request, just delete it, erase it, and have this be my first experience with them. This is way like when I know a lot of people use the term night and day, and, you know, they'll use it in, you know, little fleeting ways and whatever. No, not in this case. This is polar opposite night and day. This is amazing. I am absolutely digging this. The musicianship, the showmanship from the bassist, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, Ale. Dear Lord, God, I see so much of Gene Simmons and myself in her. The lurking, the skulking. I'll be honest with you, I can't take my eyes off her. How about that? I can't take my eyes off the girl. She's so much fun to watch. And the drummer being super animated back there too, while singing lead and singing it well. The guitar player on this one is being a little more subdued. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because what the song calls for. Maybe what she's doing is a little more complex. My only gripe, and again, this is not the girl's fault. I am positive this is, after hearing it happen a second time now, I am positive this is the Whiskey A Go-Go's fault. The guitar player's mic level is nowhere near where it should be. It needs to be up. I would say it needs to be increased at least 3 decibels. At least, if not more. Because when she is getting on the mic and when she is singing, it's really hard to hear what she's saying. I mean, I can hear it. I can hear what she's saying, but it is not cutting through to the top the way that vocals should, especially lead vocal lines. They need to be over the top of everything, and her mic is not set for that. So, shame on the Whiskey A Go-Go. I know she's doing the best job she can, but once again, the Whiskey A Go-Go sound people showing their incompetence. Way to go, guys. And you wonder why your club is failing. Dear Lord. Anyway, let's keep going. Wait. My bad. Back up. I gotta back up. I know. There's that unison line again. Okay, someone needs to explain to me who that is, what his role is, what he said, and why he did it. I have no idea. Okay, I'm not sure. And coming from someone who has like no experience with these girls, I'm not sure if that added or detracted from the show. If I knew what he was saying, if I knew what his role was, if I knew what his purpose was, it might seem more relevant to me. But as it stands for me right now, not knowing anything about this band and not knowing who he is, what his role is, what he's saying, or why he's saying it, to me, that was kind of a distraction. I'll be honest with you. It kind of took attention away from the girls. Now, maybe there is a reason for what he did. Maybe he's announcing the girls. Maybe he's telling the girls he's telling the crowd who these girls are or whatever. I don't know. If you could tell me in the comments what it was he was saying, it might make a lot more sense to me. But as it stands right now, for me, that was a little distracting. I'm going to be honest with you. Let's keep going. Let me back it up just a tad. A little more than that. See, there she goes, getting down again.
Dust to dust or bones or rust, and we shall start again. Dust.
Such a subtle thing, but such a huge impact on the showmanship level of the show. So, let me back it up again. Let's watch the drummer. Watch what she does. She's not playing. So rather than sit on her stool like a mushroom on a log or whatever, rather than do that, what does she do? Watch.
We shall start again. Dust to dust or bones or rust, and we shall start again. Dust to dust or bones or rust, and we shall start again. Dust to dust or bones or rust, and we shall start again. Oh, you going? Just know that you hear, and there's no use in running. As you get
There we go. Now she's cutting through. Yeah, they really did pack it. Let me show you that picture again, that stage. So, the Whiskey A Go-Go, for those of you that don't know or have never been there, the Whiskey A Go-Go, it's world famous. It is. But it's a relatively small venue. It only can hold a maximum capacity. If I'm not mistaken, the maximum capacity on is 350, I think. So when people say they sold out the Whiskey A Go-Go, it's really not that hard to sell it out as long as you got a good following. From the looks of things, I can't really see the upper area. That's usually the VIP area is up there. Well, no, actually, the VIP, okay. Depending on the day, depending on what's going on, the VIP area can be up there on the top, or it could be these booths that are over here. There's like 3 or 4, red vinyl booths, like old gangster movie booths over here, straight out of the 70s. They could be the VIP area too. My guess is with the size of this crowd, I can't see anything up there. My guess is they probably have people up there. That's my guess. So, it's probably general. And they put the VIP area here like they normally do. So, but yeah, looking around, the floor is crap. The floor is absolutely crowded. So, my guess is they definitely sold out. So, good for them. Why couldn't this have been my first? Seriously, why couldn't this have been my first experience? Well, there you go, folks. That was The Warning with Dust to Dust, requested by Timberwolf762, LM Drake, Marmelo01, and Kansas Caymans. All right. Before I give a score, I would just like to say I really wish that had been my first experience to them. I wish that had been my first exposure to them. My mind, honestly, probably would have been blown if that had been my first experience. But since I saw them do the Metallica cover, and I know what they're capable of, I can't really say my mind was blown. But still, they did a great job. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that an 8.5. Yeah. 8.5. I feel good with that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Like I said, first impressions are everything. So, I saw them for my very first impression do a cover version, a great cover of a crappy Metallica song. Okay? Let's be honest here, folks. All the Metallica songs, right? Listen, all the Metallica fans out there right now are probably booing me, and that's okay. You're welcome to boo me. But listen, you cannot deny Atlas Rise is not a great song, okay? It's not. It was a weak tune. Anyway, they did the best job they possibly could polishing a turd. So, that was my first impression of them. But I saw the talent. I saw that they had the technicality. I saw they had the showmanship. I saw they had a great tone. I heard they had really good vocals. So I saw the potential. It's like you see a running back in high school, okay? You see this running back in high school, and he's just putting the moves on everybody. I mean, nobody can stop this kid. He constantly runs for a minimum of 200 yards a game, scoring at least 2 to 3 touchdowns a game, okay? You see the potential, all right? But it's not until you put him into a college situation where you really start to see that diamond take shape. Same thing here. With the Metallica cover, I saw the potential. Now I see the true talent come forward. And yes, these girls are talented. Now, did it blow my mind? No, it didn't, because unfortunately, I already saw the potential. If I had seen, I'm telling you folks, if I had seen this video first, there is a very strong possibility they would have been up in the 9s. Very strong possibility, because my mind would have been blown. Having said all that, this was a great performance. I loved it from the very beginning with that Steve Harris bass line. And then it kicked into the actual song, and I cannot say enough about the showmanship of that bass player, Ale. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. Her showmanship, man, she's fun to watch. She really is. I feel like she has a lot of the same attitude that I have too when it comes to being a showman. I want the spotlight. I want it. I want that spotlight on me all the time, and I'm going to do whatever I can to take it. I know it's not going to be given to me. I have to put on a better show than everybody else on the stage if I want that spotlight on me. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to do whatever I have to do. I'm going to go above and beyond what everyone else is doing so I can get that spotlight. And I have a feeling she feels the same way. I have a feeling she wants that spotlight. She's hungers for it. She has to have it. She craves it. Believe me, I know the feeling. And her antics show. I mean, her antics on, I know people say that antics on stage. For lack of a better word, it is. That's exactly what it is. I do the same thing. I call it antics. Absolutely. Her antics on stage draw your eyes to her. You have no choice but to watch her. And it's fun. She does a great job. And I'm telling you, if you tell me there is not Gene Simmons in her stage persona, I'm calling you a liar straight out, because the knees bent, the high knee walking around, the skulking around, the shoulders hunched, walking around, looking like a cross between Frankenstein's monster and a zombie and a vampire. You have got to tell me that is not cool looking. And she's doing it well. She's owning it. Great showmanship on her part. The guitar player didn't really have a whole lot of chance to shine in this song. I'm going to be honest with you, okay? Not that she did a bad job. She did a great job at what she was doing. Her playing was spot on. The unison lines that she and the bass player were doing, spot on. Super clean. Syncopated perfectly. I wish I could have heard more from her on the vocal end, but this was really more of a vocal spotlight for their drummer, who I'm going to get to right now. First of all, let's start with the drumming that she was doing. Super solid drumming. Very solid drumming. Great feel, great touch in her drumming. I love the animation, and what I love about her animation is she's able to be animated and she's able to be intense in her playing without sacrificing the integrity of the feel of the song. Meaning, she can be intense, but she never misses a beat. She never misses a single hit on the cymbals or the toms or the snare or the kick or anything. Her playing is not flawed by her showmanship. I know a lot of drummers who will start to get into showmanship and their playing goes to hell. It just absolutely goes to hell. Not hers. She also didn't overdo the showmanship. I think that's part of the reason why she stayed so in the pocket, is she was able to put on a show but not go so over the top with the showmanship that her playing fell apart. So, great job tempering the blade. Awesome job. Tempering the blade, meaning evening it out. She's able to, keep it even. It's like hammering a blade out. You want to keep the heat in the steel, but at the same time, you got to get the hammering in and get it done. So, tempering the blade. Anyway, her singing, I think, was the highlight of the show for me. In that Metallica video, I know I keep going back to that stupid Metallica video, but in the Metallica video, I kind of heard her sing a little bit. It was a lot more subdued. It wasn't nearly as prominent as it was here. She really got to showcase her vocals here, and they were clean. Super clean. I loved her tone. I loved her intonation, her pitch. Everything was on point. What I loved most was her inflections, and her ability to change her tone on the fly. So she was able to sing a little softer, a little more subdued, and then out of nowhere come up like a banshee. Oh my God, that was awesome. Loved her vocals on this. I would love to hear more of her. And I know I said earlier, I would love to see maybe if they really get big down the road and they really want to put her front and center, I think she could do it. I think she could be a great front man or front woman. I'm not sure which it is. But I believe with her showmanship back there on the drums, I think she's got the tools to be a front woman and be a full-blown singer. And let them find someone else to play drums. Let her focus on the singing if they want to. Now look, if she wants to stay back there and play drums and sing, that is totally cool. Nothing wrong with that. All I'm saying is I do see the potential in her to be a great front man and come front and center with her showmanship and her stage presence. I'll bet you she'd be one of those stage generals who's just able to take command of the crowd and hold them not in the palm of her hand. Everybody says that. Oh, they got the crowd in the palm of the hand. Here's the problem with having the crowd in the palm of your hand. You turn your hand slightly, what happens? They fall off. You lose them. Okay? You get them in your fist. You hold on to them tight, and you never let go. That is crowd control. And I think she could actually have that. Anyway, I was really impressed. Like I said, I wish this had been my first experience with them. My only gripe with this whole performance, and like I'm saying, this is not the girl's fault. I believe wholeheartedly this was a fault on the Whiskey A Go-Go. And trust me, I've played there many times, and I can tell you that I've dealt with their incompetence on many an occasion when it comes to their mixing. I don't know who they have. Sometimes, there have been times I've played there, and they have a sound guy there. I don't remember his name. He's a short little guy, super skinny, kind of ratty-looking hair, got like a 5 o'clock shadow with a goatee. Every time I see him, he has the same facial hairstyle. And he's usually wearing some kind of really light sunglasses. He knows his stuff. I forgot his name. I don't know what his name is, but he knows his stuff. The rest of the people working that soundboard, 9 times out of 10, they're interns, and they really don't know what the hell they're doing. Or if they do say they know what they're doing, they really don't. And if they actually do know what they're doing, they need to go back and relearn, because I cannot tell you how many times I've had performances at the Whiskey A Go-Go ruined because of incompetence at the soundboard. Not the girl's fault. That is completely on the Whiskey A Go-Go. Anyway, and oh, one other thing. That guy that came out on stage right and was doing that talking, someone please clue me into who that guy is, what his role is, what he was saying, and why he was saying it, because I'll be honest with you, it was a little distracting. Now, was there a purpose behind it? I don't know. Clue me in. Maybe there was, okay? But as it stands right now, from a reactor standpoint that has no clue what that guy is doing, it was a little distracting. I'm going to be honest with you, okay? So, I stand by my score, 8.5, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hopefully you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you did enjoy the show and you would like to see more videos like this, feel free to join the fan base by clicking on that button down there. Yeah, you know the button I'm talking about. Click on that button, join the fan base, and become one of us. Now, for whatever reason, if you don't feel like clicking on that button and joining the fan base, that's okay. I still respect you. Also, if you did enjoy the video, please feel free to give the video a thumbs up. It will do me a world of good, and it will do you absolutely no harm whatsoever. Finally, if you do join the fan base, you will find a bell down there that you can click on. By clicking on this bell, it will keep you up to date on everything happening with this channel, including when new content gets dropped. So, if you want to stay in the know, click on the bell, and you'll stay in the know. Well, that does it for today, folks. Until next time, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.